Hello everybody and welcome back to Coldover, where off camera I did do a little bit of extra work on our highway system. I extended it out over this way, and the highway is intended to go down to here and terminate, and then over to here and terminate. And it'll terminate in both cases in a roundabout. And then there's one more extension of the highway system that I want to do. I want to extend this little section out here and get us a second exit, and this would be... I'm not entirely sure what this would look like. This would be a non-standard exit, because I also want it to connect into the vertical roads here. But I want to do something a little bit special with those vertical roads, so let me go ahead and unpause. And I spent all of our money, so let me bring that up to speed 3. Excellent. Okay, so obviously we've still got a raw material issue down here, although it's getting better. There's no doubt about that. And that's a lot of cargo ships. Okay, we definitely have a very large harbor demand. That looked safe. Oh yeah, that maneuver is totally safe. So yeah, as expected, very large harbor demand. We need to lessen this demand, and the way that I want to do this is by putting in a pretty extensive cargo train system for hauling our exports. Now, I was thinking about it, and you'll notice there's some missing roads right here. That is because I was thinking about putting in a cargo train terminal essentially like this, in between this point. Now, of course, that's going to cause some potential issues, and we're going to have to figure out how I want to do this. But I want to get cargo trains running, and I think the best way might actually be to remove this little section of road right here. And I was thinking that cargo trains running in between these might be an interesting thing to do. Now, of course, we don't have the money for it right now, so that's something that we're going to need to solve a little bit later on. But that might be an interesting way, and of course in these we could do maybe like passenger trains. I don't really want to do any metros or anything like that. This is supposed to be a kind of temporary town, right? Because the entire point is that we're just extracting the resources here and then moving on. So, to that end, this definitely needs some help. We need to lessen the load on this harbor. There's no doubt about that. That said... Oh, there's some crime issues down here. Let's take a look. Yeah, we actually don't have any police stations in this region. I should probably fix that. There we go. Excellent. Now, this traffic will need to be addressed, and it will get addressed. To that end, we have train tracks up over here that we have currently accessible. We could also purchase this tile, but I'd kind of prefer not to. If we look at our raw materials map mode here, we can see we have almost all of this oil. All of this oil is included in this tile, so we can head over this way for this ore and grab this tile. Now that isn't actually going to give us any space to expand right now, but then we can grab this tile and this one, and if we have the opportunity to, then we can grab this one to connect up here. But for now, our trains will have to connect over here. But that's okay. And yeah, a lot of these areas are currently getting abandoned, and that will get solved soon enough. Because this is just indicative of insufficient connections to the outside. So that's definitely something we can work on. Also, I'd like to produce, or rather put in a recycling center. Actually, right here is kind of perfect. There we go. We have some water issues going on. And it looks like that's because we've outgrown our current pumping capacity. So we'll go ahead and put in another water pump, as well as another water drain pipe. Again, we don't really care about pollution in this particular playthrough. Not enough heat. Ah, our heating capacity is also becoming outgrown. So we don't currently have enough to put in a boiler station. Well, that'll change quite soon. We could put in a boiler station, say, over here. And then connect that up with a heat pipe, like so. Fantastic. Okay, so that'll do. And now we just need to get some commercial up. So let's put some up right over here. Let's double check our heating over here. Yeah, that looks good. Fantastic. We have some industrial demand. And to that end, we should probably increase our road capacity over in this region. And I wanted to put that basically exactly halfway. Let's see here. I believe this is the correct location. And then right here. Let's just double check that. Yep, that looks correct. Excellent. So then that connects in straight down like that. And now I want to... Is that going the right way? No, we need to invert these. Right? This one goes this way, like that. Yes, that is correct. Okay. So with that in, we can then extend this road up over this way. And I really do want to put a cargo train terminal over here as well, as one over in this region. Now, as far as connecting this in, it'd be slightly awkward. So I'll have to think about that. But for right now, this cargo train terminal over here is, I think, far more important. But we do have the ability to put in some industrial over here, and so we shall. Now that's not going to lessen our dependence on this cargo harbor. There's no doubt about that. But that cargo harbor has dramatically dropped our traffic on our highway, which is ideal. This is about the level of traffic that I wanted to see on the highway, although this up here is still pretty busy. A second exit over here will help with that, although I may want to have the exit be down here and connect in over this way. That might be something we could do. Okay, we currently have enough right now, so let's see what we can figure out with this cargo train terminal. Now, having it right about here might not be the worst thing. So we place it there. And then these train tracks would then connect in over here, but I'm not sure how we would connect this for right now. This might be... It might be just going out this way. Then I need to check what our space requirements are if we want to still have this. Actually, we can just fit it in. And maybe instead of being in the center, I like the idea of it being in the center, but in practice, I think that's going to be a big mess. So maybe instead, we should have it just be right on the side. And if we're going to do that, we should probably actually move this train station. No, not budget for the train station. We should probably move the train station to be off over here, which we're going to need money to do. So yeah, that would be placed something like right over here. Just as soon as we have enough. There we go. Now it doesn't connect to anything, obviously. We're going to need heat pipes out over this way. I'm just going to do that for now. And then we would need power over here too, which I'll just extend a power line like that for now. That's a temporary line. Okay. Now we're going to need a little bit of money, and we will connect this up all the way up over here. And then once it reaches this point here, we'll take it up and over. So we'll just take this up to here. Then we'll use the curve tool and curve it right on over something like this, although that space already occupied, right there. Excellent. And then we want to connect it in all the way over here, which of course we don't want to use the curve tool for. We don't have that kind of space. We want to take this down to the ground. And I want to stretch it over. It's trying to curve very sharply right now. Oh, that works. Excellent. So we take this basically directly over. We don't really care about where this rail line is, honestly. So then we just take it like this, and then we curve it in something like that. So there's now a connection there. And then the question is, what are we going to do with the line going this way? Well, that's going to connect up down over here as well as over here. So maybe over here first. So this would then curve something like this. And then we just take it straight out over to here. And then right along like this. Okay. So, I don't know how much traffic this cargo train terminal is going to get right now. It looks like there is some coming over here. We have a fire station over here, so this should get taken care of. Yes, fantastic. Now, I did see something about garbage. I don't see any garbage issues. Okay. So over here, we are going to have an additional cargo station. And we're probably going to have to move some of this stuff, but for right now, that'll do. We're not expanding to these areas just yet, though. So our primary goal is to just relieve some of our pressure on our cargo harbor, which it's currently not really doing. But that's okay. We could potentially put in another path in and out of this by putting a road in right like this. That gives space already occupied. So we'd probably have to take that out of there and then connect this in kind of like that. It's a little messy looking, but that'll provide a little bit more throughput over here. I mean, this is still going to be massively overloaded, and there's not really a good way around that. Other than moving this. This is not ideally located. So this is still a work in progress. We will come back to that. Now the cargo train terminal isn't really being used very much. That's not really a surprise right now. So we are going to need to take heat pipes over here. And I just want to check... Yeah, this is all oil here as well. That's fine. So this here is probably going to come down and follow the coastline in terms of our train tracks. So for now, let's just go ahead and put in a cargo train terminal over here. And then, can we connect this in like this? Surprisingly, yes. Okay. So then I'm going to take these train tracks out over this way. We're going to just connect them in right here. Actually, I don't want that bend there. If we can get this 90 degrees again, that would be... I don't know if trains are good at that, but apparently the game lets us do it. So that's what we're doing. Now I'm going to take these train tracks over to here for now. And then we're just going to cross over something like... Nope. I want this straight. It's not wanting to let me do that. It's not liking these 90-degree bends. Okay, fair enough. I mean, this is kind of out of our way, right? So maybe we should just not do it like this. And instead, bring it over here. And we can just have it intersect here. So take this out. Intersect in something like that'll do. And then this just comes in straight down to here. And then this would get removed. And And it would just come down over this way, although that's space already occupied. So we're going to need to take it out a little bit further. Okay, and we'll just run it down over this way, I guess. I mean, that's quite awkward. How do I want to do this? For now, we'll come back to it. I think that's what I'm going to say. Because we don't need to expand down here for a while, right? So, that'll be fine. Not enough fuel for this coal power plant. We shouldn't be having an import issue. Unless it's all coming from this harbor. I mean, there's definitely a backup there. They are using the cargo train terminal now a little bit. Yeah, there goes a train with 100% load. So that's good. That'll be fine. Excellent. So I do want to get these last little bits of highway built. Now, I'm going to do... Actually, this should be going northward. I'm going to do this real quick. So there's that done. And then we'll just take this bridge over to here. And this bridge over to here. Excellent. Now, this does not currently have a power connection, and we are going to need one. So we'll just run a temporary power line out over here. And of course there's no heat pipes coming over here. So we're going to need to extend heat pipes all along this highway out to about here-ish. And then this would go up. Or actually, no, it would go... Right here is where it would go. So we'd need to take this out. This would connect in like this. This would then connect in like that. And then this would go up like so. Okay, that'll do. Fantastic. So there's now this train station, although it doesn't really do too much. So that'll be fine. And then we'll just have to do our terminations of the highways over here. I haven't been having much issues with on-off ramps, so those would not be too difficult either. We'll only have to do them over here, so actually let's just go ahead and get those done real quick. We can scratch those off the list and not have to deal with them anymore. So just take this into right here. And then we'll do something along the lines of that space already occupied. So I'm going to drop a pillar there and then a pillar there. There we go. Hopefully that won't cause issues. On-ramp. And off-ramp. And off-ramp. And... yeah, that one does have a pillar issue. There's not going to be very many of these, though. I've been having very good luck with these overall. So something like this. Yeah, that gives an invalid shape, of course. And that moved the pillar right on back. Okay, so we'll just need to have this be like that instead. That'll do the trick. Slope too steep, we'll just swing it out slightly. Excellent. Okay, now over here, pillar, or not pillar, on-ramp and off-ramp and off-ramp and on-ramp. Okay, so there's that section done. And yeah, we have some snow clearance issues going on right now. So let's go ahead and put in a quick snow dump. I'd like to have a snow dump down here, a snow dump up over here somewhere, perhaps right here. And that should do the trick. Fantastic. Now, they do need power and water as well. This one's got water currently. I'll just extend this power line over to here. There we go. And we'll need to run power down over this way as well. So we'll just take this up and bring it up and over the highway. It's not exactly pretty, but it'll get the job done. And it'll get renovated later on. Of course, we do need to also bring some heat pipes down over this way, which is completely fine. Just do something along the lines of that, and temporarily, we'll do that. That is a temporary pipe there. Okay, so how are we doing over here now? Yeah, we've still got some pretty major traffic over here. That's to be expected. And we've got some traffic over here at the cargo train terminal as well. That's also fine. I think we should probably expand this to maybe have a second cargo harbor. I'd like to put it down over here. Of course, we don't own this tile. We could maybe put a cargo harbor over here, but honestly, these over here, it's probably going to be most efficient to export them via train. And to that end, I would like to put in another train track going up over this direction, and that's currently going to remove the power line unless I take it out like this. And I just want to connect it in up over here. So it would then just come up to... That slope too steep. Oh yeah, that's way too high. That is plenty of height right there. And then I'd want to connect it in to this bridge over here. I'm getting space already occupied, though. I'm not sure that we can connect it into bridges, so we may have to take this out of here. Oh, that's out of city limits? We can't connect this? Why did it let me bulldoze something that we can't connect? I mean, we could probably bring this up over here. We've got some highway issues, though, so let's just see about getting this maybe up over here. I mean, it'll let us do that. But we may want to just bring it up and over like this, and then curve it in. It's giving us space already occupied back here. So we may actually have to take this a little bit further. It's not wanting to let me. Maybe if we use curve tool and curve it up like this and change the height while we're doing it. Yeah, it's wanting to put a pillar there. We don't have a lot of space to work with here. There's no doubt about that. So it would let me place it right here. Ah, that works. Now, as far as connecting this in goes, I don't know that we're ever going to be able to do that. This might just be permanently broken now, because it won't let me connect that. Which is a little bit bizarre. But lesson learned. So there's now a way out over here as well for our trains, but they're going to have to still go to the north. Because this train track is broken. I wonder if there's a cheat that would allow me to build outside of the borders just to fix this. Like, I wouldn't want to do anything else. Just fix that. I don't know.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute. Residents should take precautionary measures.
Well, that's going to be exciting. Oh, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and smooth that out.
Stay out of harm's way and contact.
We don't have much soil, but we have enough. No sinkhole. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and make this area here industrial, and that will allow us to remove this power line. Yep, this power line is now safely removable. No, I wanted to be bulldozing. There we go. Oops, I accidentally bulldozed the wrong thing. I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure that did not impact their bottom line at all. Okay. So we do have another cargo train terminal over here. And this area can start to be developed as well. Although we are going to need to district this, and we'll go ahead and oil district this, and I want to be using the natural resources map mode. And oh, we need to be in create district mode. There we go. Okay, so whoop. I always forget that you can't middle click and drag in some of the games that I'm playing, but you can in others. Okay, so we'll do something like this whole area. Of course, we can't go outside of the city boundaries just yet. I don't know if we'll end up grabbing that area or not. Okay, and we'll go ahead and make that be an oil industry. Fantastic. So now we will go ahead and place some industrial over here, since apparently there's still some demand for industrial. Excellent. Apparently we've got some water issues over here. Ah, yes, so we do. I'll just extend this pipe out, even though we're going to want to change that pipe, so I'll just extend it to there, because we want it to eventually be here. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, I was beginning to wonder if that water issue was going to get dealt with, but it did, so that's fantastic. Okay, so we definitely have some traffic over here. That's fine. Our exports appear to be going out over there, and the traffic over here has definitely lessened, which is good. That's very, very good. I do think that extending out this road up here and maybe building another cargo harbor over here might not be the worst idea. That's a cargo hub. A cargo harbor that also accepts train traffic. Yeah, we're probably going to want that, but we can't get it quite yet. So maybe we wait for a cargo hub to put up over here. And then how are we going to connect that in over here? Well, we can just run it underneath right here and connect it in here. And then down this way to connect to this tile when we get that. That'd be theoretically viable. We could upgrade this as well to a cargo hub. So maybe we might actually want to have the other cargo hub be up here, and then this would transition to commercial, and then all of this would be industrial. That might be a viable thing. At any rate, it is well past time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time after I've built these roundabouts. See you all then.